Talk about how big of a win this was against big-time rivals tonight.
That was a good win. The guys played very well, obviously, against a very good team. We've talked in the locker room before tonight, before the game, before we played today, and said, we need to start continuing to play well. We're going through a stretch now where we're playing 2 midweek games, 3 over the weekend next week, 2 midweek games, 3 over the weekend, so it's a little bit different dynamic. But obviously tonight was probably the best overall team effort from top to bottom of all of our games so far this season. Very proud of our effort.
You hinted after Sunday's game that there's going to be something drastic difference about this game. Is it safe to say that starting DJ Hicks was that kind of big change?
Well, DJ did a good job. Obviously did a good job, and I thought all of our arms did. And Skoglund, same thing. He did another tremendous job out of the bullpen for us. So, obviously, this past weekend, you guys all were here. Two of the three of our starters didn't go very deep, so it kind of put a tax on our bullpen. I knew going in tonight that if we were going to use Roman or we were going to use Joe, it was going to be on a very short stint. And obviously, that's what we did with Madrid. There, just came in to get one punch out, and that was it. He was done. But DJ did a great job out there. That's kind of what we wanted. In my mind, I wanted to get him one time through the order. One time through the order, get him out there. And the other reason is that we needed to start him because if I would have brought him in, if he would have played first base, the moment you bring him in, you lose the DH. So at least I started him knowing that his bat would stay in the line for the rest of the game. And DJ did a good job in his first outing on the mound this year.
Eric was just fantastic. 7 strikeouts, 3 2/3. Talk about his progression and kind of this is why you brought him here.
That's why we brought him here. There's no question. He's continued to get better, absolutely, and he needs to keep getting better. It's easy to see. You can see the projection in the frame, and he has all those things. And he's got some competitiveness to him, which is great. He's got a bright future. Obviously, he was a draft pick and turned the opportunity down to come here, and we're expecting big things from him. I said all along, I'm expecting to get big things from him and us. But Eric obviously has done a good job, and kind of told him between innings, he hit that batter, and I said, look, this is your 3rd time out there. We need to start getting with it a little bit, and he did a good job. So he's got a bright future, and it's good to get Harrison Hukari out there too in his first out, another big lefty for us. So it was good night.
Can you talk about how important it is for this team to be able to rely on Roman Madrid to come out in a big situation and get the job done? Yeah,
Roman's done a great job for us. There's no question. He's a little tired tonight, and that's why I just said, one batter in those big situations, you need that. When you get into those situations, you need a guy that has an out pitch. That gets you out of jams. And, excuse me, obviously Roman has got a pretty good out pitch, but, it's a good win, and we got to keep moving on. We're playing a great Bethune club, obviously, tomorrow. And, before we met today in the locker room, we had a little bit of a team meeting. I said, look, this is a stretch that we're about to embark upon in these midweek games, and we've had a lot of success in midweek games in the past, and there's a couple of reasons for that, which I'm not going to divulge, all right? But we do. We've got a couple of reasons I think that we've been successful in the middle of the week, and I reminded them that, number one is a long way to go, but the most important thing that I hope the kids learned from going to a regional last year is that every game matters. So we try to really kind of get refocused going into these midweek games.
You already have your plans for tomorrow pitching line?
Brian Atkins is going to start tomorrow. There's a couple reasons for that, but number one, Brian needs to get back out on the mound. We need Brian Atkins, and Brian Atkins is going to have a great year for us. His command, he struggled with his command a little bit. The first couple outings, he hasn't been as sharp as he needs to be, and he knows that. So the way to cure that is to get on the mound. He only threw about 60 pitches the other night, so I feel confident in bouncing him back, on a relatively short rest. I don't do that often. But, Brian's not a power pitcher. His arm feels good, and he needs to get out there and pitch. So Brian's going to go out there and hopefully give us some quality innings. And then obviously after that, we got a lot of guys available going against a very good Bethune club.
So you're taking Atkins out of the weekend rotation, or is it just a spot start?
Kind of a spot start. We'll see. We'll see. Look at the way I look at it, there's still a lot of jobs to be had. Guys are still competing. And the way it looks, everybody we play in the state of Florida is good. It doesn't matter. Who do we got? We just played South Florida. We got Bethune. Obviously, we have Santa coming in. We got Florida State twice next week. After that, we got Miami coming in. So where guys start in the rotation is irrelevant to me. They're all going to get an opportunity to pitch against a very good team.